Hello everyone, this is video editorial for problem C, CMEET. Let's quickly see the problem statement. In problem statement, we are given n vertical roads and m horizontal roads in a city. A vertical road at x equals to a means that there is a vertical road of infinite length at x equals to a. There are k houses and we are given coordinates of each house. The coordinates of each house are unique and coordinates for vertical roads and horizontal roads are also unique. It will be made clear in the problem statement before the contest will begin. Now let's see. Now let's continue. One person lives in each house. A person from each house can walk on the roads on which his house is located. If the house doesn't lies on any road, then we won't be able to walk outside. And we have to find the number of pairs of people who will never be able to meet each other. And we can see the constraints. N m k can go up to 10 to power 5 and coordinates can go up to 10 to power 9. Okay, this is the example we are given. Let's understand the problem statement more better and make some observations. Now let's see how a person can move. If the person is having his house on a horizontal road, then he can move in left and right direction. If he is having his house on a vertical road, then he can move in up and down. And if he is having his house on the intersection of horizontal road and a vertical road, then he can move in all four directions. And if his house is situated such that there are no roads, then he cannot move out of his house. Now let's see when two person can meet. If they are lying on same horizontal road, or if they are lying on same vertical road, or if one of them is on a horizontal road and another one is on a vertical road, or vice versa, then they can always meet. Now let's see the example we are having. I will be just showing some part of it, not be solving whole of it. Like let's see 4 4. I have already drawn the horizontal and vertical lines. Let's see the houses. House 1 is on coordinates 4 4. Like it is here. House 2 is at coordinate 2 5. Okay, it is here. We can see that house 1 and 2. People at house 1 and 2 can always meet each other at this point. They can meet. Now let's see house number 3 is at coordinate 2 2. Okay. The person at house number 3 can meet the person at house number 1 and 2 both. For 1 they can meet at this. For 3 and 2 they can move by coming towards each other. Now let's see house 4 is at coordinate 6 4. Okay, 6 4. It is here. House 4. It can meet with the person at house 1 only. These 2 and 3 will never be able to meet with the person at house number 4. Now let's see house number 5. I have taken 10 to power 6 as 10 only. For simplicity, it will not create the problem in answer. If it is at coordinate 10 1, okay, it is here. 5. Here we can see that person at house number 1 and house number 4 will be able to meet with the person at house number 5. Like they will go like this and this will go like this. They can meet here. Now let's see house number 6, 3, 8. It is here. We can see that person at house number 2, house number 3, house number 4 and house number 5 will be able to meet with the person at house number 6. This can meet by going up at this point and it will come to the left and they will meet. For 4, this will come here and this will go in right direction to meet him. Similarly for person at house number 5, he will go up and this will come right and they will be able to meet. But the person at house 1 will never be able to meet with the person at house 6. Now, now let's take another house. It is at coordinate 5, 8. Okay, 5, 8. This is the person at house coordinate of person which is having house 7. We can see that it will be never be able to meet with the persons at house 1 and 4 only, because these all will be able to meet him. This will meet by going up, this will also meet by going up, and 6, 7 are already on the horizontal line, so they will able to meet each other. Now let's see house 8, 8. Okay, it's on coordinate 8, 8. It is here. Okay. Similarly for house number 8, only the persons at house number 1 and 4 will not be able to meet each other. Rest all will be able to meet with the person at house number 8. Now 6, 8. 6, 8. We can see that it will be able to meet with every person which is present in this graph. Like these all can meet, like these all can meet by going this, like this. It can also go bottom and this will also meet with him. Similarly, it can go till here also and 5 will come up. They can meet. Similarly, it can meet with all the coordinates which are present on any of the road when this is lying on intersection of two roads. Now let's make last house. It is lying on 3, 3. Okay, it is lying like this. House number 10 is lying here. We can see it is passing through no roads. So he will never be able to meet with any of the houses. It doesn't matter where the other houses are lying. It will never be able to meet with any of them because it is lying alone. So I hope the question is clear. Now let's see how we will be solving it. For brute force approach, we can simply see the pair of all the houses and check if that pair can meet or not. We can check for ith and jth house whether the person at ith house and jth house can meet or not. And for checking it, like if they are having same x coordinates, then we can simply check whether there is a vertical line passing through that x coordinate or not. If they are having then we can check the horizontal line passing through that y coordinate or not. Similarly, we can check if one of them is lying on a horizontal road and another one is lying on a vertical road or not, or vice versa. Then also we can say that they can meet. Let's see what will be the complexity of this solution. Complexity of this solution will be k square log n plus log m, something like this. We see this k square term because of two loops, so it will give us TLE because k can go up to 10 to power 5. Now let's see the better approach. By drawing out this example, one thing is clear. Let's see the observations. I have to increase the size of text. Let's make it 18. 18 will be fine. Observation. First, if the house is lying on a horizontal road, then we know that it will meet with all the persons having house on vertical road. And also it can meet with all the persons which are having house on same horizontal road. Similarly, we can say for a house which is lying on vertical road that it will meet with persons which are having houses on horizontal road, and it can also meet with persons which are having houses on the same vertical road. We can say that for house lying on vertical road. And if the house is lying on both a vertical and a horizontal road, then we can say that it will meet with, then it can meet with all the persons which are having their house on any of the horizontal or a vertical road. Now, if the house is not lying on any road, then it cannot meet with any of the other house. Now let's see it better how we will be coding it. Coding part will make it more clear. Let's move to the code part. Firstly, I have taken the input of n, m and k. I have made this set horizontal and vertical. Horizontal is storing y coordinates having a straight line. Similarly, vertical is storing x coordinates which are having a vertical line through them. This I have done. I have stored them in a set so that in log n time I can tell whether there is a horizontal line at coordinate at some y coordinate or not. Similarly, for vertical line I can tell in log n time. Now let's see what is this. I am storing the answer in long int because there can be NC2 houses. There can be NC2 houses which can never meet. Like there are no roads. Roads can be there, but there are no houses. There are no houses which are lying on any road. So it can go up to 10 to power 10 and can exceed 10 to power 9. So I am storing answer in long int. Now I have made the map of int frequency vertical x. Let me tell what is this. Frequency vertical x. It is the frequency of x coordinates It is the frequency of x coordinates of the houses which are lying on vertical road. Similarly, you can make what this both other variables are standing for by their names. Now HR is storing number of houses which are lying on a horizontal road. VR is storing the number of houses which are lying on vertical road, and alone is storing number of houses which are not lying on any road. Now we are just taking the input of each houses. Bool on vertical and on horizontal are telling whether the house is lying on a vertical road or not, and on horizontal is telling whether the house is lying on a horizontal road or not. In the log n plus log m time, we are checking if the houses are lying on vertical road or not, and similarly for horizontal road. And then we are checking if they are lying on both horizontal and vertical road, then they can meet with all houses except the person which are alone. Alone are the person which are having house such that their houses are not lying on any road, so they cannot meet only the persons which are alone. After that, we are increasing number of houses which are on horizontal road, number of houses which are on vertical road, and frequency of houses and frequency of x coordinates of the houses which are lying on the vertical road. Similarly for other maps, you can see else if the else if the person is having house lying on a horizontal road, then I am just adding I is the total number of houses which we have. I is the total number of houses which are below it, and we are subtracting VR because it will be able to meet with all the houses which are on vertical, like you can see here. If a person is having his house on a horizontal road and there are many houses which are lying on vertical roads, like this, so they will be able to meet with this by going up, and it will go like this, so they will be able to meet with it. After it, we are also subtracting the number of houses which are lying on, let's say one house is lying here, one house is lying here, one house is lying here. So after it, we are also subtracting the number of houses which are lying on horizontal line, and they are having their y coordinates as y, like they are having their y coordinate as y. So we are subtracting that also. But one thing we notice is, like while subtracting the houses which are lying on vertical road, we remove this house, we remove this house, we remove this house also, we remove this house also. Now while subtracting the number of houses which are lying on same horizontal line, we remove this house, and we remove this house again, and this house again. So we have removed the persons of this house multiple times. We have removed them 2 times. So we are adding them one time back. Like we are adding frequency of vertical, frequency of number of houses which are lying on vertical line and having their y coordinates as y, like these houses which are having their y coordinates as y. We are adding them one time back because we have subtracted them 2 times. And then we are increasing the number of horizontal houses lying on the horizontal road, and we are increasing the frequency of y coordinates and x coordinates of the houses which are lying on horizontal line. else if the house lies on vertical line, then we are doing something similar which we have done for horizontal line. After that, if the house if the house does not lies on any road, then we are simply adding all the houses. I is the all the houses which we have already seen. It will, because it will never be able to meet with any one of them. It will never be able to meet any of them. And we are increasing the alone also, because we have found that this house does not lies on any road. After that, we are printing the answer. If you are thinking why I have taken I, yeah, why I have taken I as a total number of houses instead of n, then you can see this. Like I am iterating for each ith house, I am checking with all of these. These are the I number of houses and I am on ith index. I don't need to check with I don't need to check with these houses, because if I will check with these houses, let's say I have checked with this house, then when I am get at this index j, then I will again check with this house. It will count the same pair double times. So to avoid double counting, I am only checking I am only checking in the left side of ith house, like what I can pair it with. So it's simple. Now let's see its complexity. Complexity is like we are learning a loop from 0 to k, and this is taking log n log m time, and these are also taking log n log m time also only. These are operations are of log m or O1 complexity only. So in total we are taking o k log n plus log m, or some of it multiple times, but it will obviously pass because the time constants are like this, 10 to power 5 only. So that's all. Thanks for watching.